Using e-file is the best way to file an accurate tax return.
Hi, everybody.
Just spend an extra few minutes
If you could
making
put
sure you
yourselves
can
on
file
mute,
an
I
accurate
would
return
appreciate
the
that.
first time. Avoid
I want to talk to you guys today about Network Power Hour. And I think that a lot of us struggle with networking because we don't really talk about just networking very much in this business. I think there's so much focus on connecting and bringing value, and all of that stuff is so important. But if you're not engaging in your posts and nobody's engaging on your posts and you're not finding new followers and new people, then you're talking to the same people all the time, and that's not a way for your business to grow. So we have to find a way to get new people onto our pages and people who we genuinely connect with, not just like random people, right? So I watched a recording. It was of the BU team call last week. They did it right after the team call by Jace, what's her last name? Lundgren. I can put that in the chat if you guys need it. But the video was awesome. She's like just like me. She was like, I love Oreos and I love Friends. And I was like, me, that's my stuff. Like, loved it. So she really spoke to me. And she actually even said quality over quantity, which I was like, wow, I say that all the time in my calls. So I was like really getting along with her through her talking. But she was awesome. So I'm getting all of this from her. She does this with her team. She calls them networking power hours, and she's actually in process of creating a connecting power hour. So not only will you have the networking part, but she's also creating the connection part, which comes after. So the three things we have to do in this business is network, connect, invite, right? First things first, she goes into talking about how we need to make sure that when we're doing the networking part, we're not putting emotion into it. So connections and relationships are super important, but with network, it is just like a numbers thing. It is not about the connection right now. It is just about getting those people to follow you, to get your numbers up, engagement up, so that the window of opportunity to send the invite and for you to have that connection with somebody is open. Okay, so when you're doing this, try to take your emotion out of it. She says that like 4 or 5 times because I think it's easy. We get wrapped up in our own heads about like that kind of stuff. So the order, I'm going to give you the activities. Keep them in this order. So she does them in this order for a reason. So you number them and go like straight down. If you guys notice in our team page when I shared like the little leadership thing this morning, in the comments, I also posted a tracker that you can use to help guide you when you're doing this. I try to do this like 2 to 3 times a week is what my goal is, to try to do this so that I can build my following. Okay. Most of this we're talking about is for Instagram. So we're really not talking Facebook, FYI. First things first, the first thing you're going to do when you sit down is create an engaging post on Instagram. So that means that you're going to post something that has a question, that has people responding to it, right? Ask for a recommendation, somebody's opinion, ask for advice. Do something in your post that is engaged, like that asks for engagement. So you want somebody to answer. You're looking for comments, likes, all that good stuff. Because it is an algorithm thing, but Instagram, when they see that that's happening on your post, they're going to be showing your post to more people. So you may have 1,200 followers right now, but only 50 are seeing your post because there's not a lot of engagement. The more engagement you get, the more people that see your post. So engaging is huge. So that's the first thing you're going to do, is make an engaging post. It does not have to be health and fitness related, just something that gets people talking on your page. Also, did you guys know that you can save your posts as drafts on Instagram and put them into a little queue? Did you guys know that was a possibility? So if you are going into your Instagram and you hit the little plus at the bottom to bring up a picture, you're going to the next page and you edit it, whether you add like 1 or 2 words or change the filter or whatever, once you have it all set, you can actually hit the back arrow instead of post. And when you hit the back arrow, it'll ask you if you want to save it as a draft. If you hit save, you can just have that in a folder. And anytime you like don't have time to make a post or don't have time to think about something inspirational, that's going to all be in your folder for you to go to and just be like, okay. And so you'll click on it in the folder, it'll bring it up, and you have an instant engaging post that you can put right there. I didn't know that was possible, so I learned that for sure when I was watching this. But you can have up to like 80 pictures, she said, in there that you can save as drafts. So you could have everything from like PD to health and fitness to, you know, Friends, so whatever is your stuff, like you can have all in there and ready to go. So this will help a lot with time saving. This is a big point too that she made. So in order to get engagement on your posts, make sure that you are engaging on other people's posts. So don't expect engagement to come to you if you're not going out there and putting forth that effort towards other people's posts, because you already have a following, guys. People are already on your page because they like you, they know you, they want to see what you're up to, all that good stuff. So if you're not engaging on their posts, why are they going to come back to engage on yours? Like, that connection is two ways. You have to make sure that it's a true relationship, and you have to do that engaging too. So don't forget that you need to be social on social media, right? Social on social media, it is key. So all the questions, the polls, all that kind of stuff that you put into your stories and stuff, that's huge. Make sure you're reaching out to those people who respond to those. Speaking of polls, that's number 2. So number 2 on your list is to make an engaging poll in your stories. Again, it does not have to be health and fitness related. It can be on anything. And she was saying that she doesn't even have a question sometimes. She's just like, oh, how are you feeling? It has one emoji as sad, or one emoji as this, or whatever it is. So it doesn't even have to be like a question. Just make it something where people have to click a button, okay? But you're actually gonna come back to this point. So this making a poll is important in the list of activities that she does for this power hour. Number 3. Okay, so I don't even know what to label this one, but what you're gonna do for number 3 is you're gonna go to a page that you find inspiring and that you follow consistently. It can literally be anything. It can be a person, it can be like an actor, it can be like maybe you follow like the Friends official page like I do, right? So you follow those things and you are on it all the time, or you love what they put out there. Go to that page and go into their followers. So say that it's the Friends, whatever. I'm gonna go to the Friends official page, go into their followers. So do you mind putting yourself on mute for me, please? Can you hear me? Or Jamie, if you could put her on mute for me.
What?
There we go, okay. So you're gonna go into that page's or person's followers, and you're going to follow the last 100 people to like that page. 100, did you hear me? And it's easy. This will not take a lot of time. You're literally just clicking, okay? But also be smart. So make sure you're not friending somebody or following somebody you can't pronounce their name, or there's no profile picture, or something else is creepy about them. Make sure that it's like a genuine person. But instantly, when you do this, you have something in common because you found them on a page that you follow and love, right? So you already are finding people that you have that connection with through that. And don't worry, we're going to talk about unfollowing and that kind of stuff towards the end, and then building that connection. But remember, this part of the networking is strictly emotion free. So it is just to get the numbers up. So 100 people, just go through and follow them. What she actually described it as, which I loved, is she called it leaving your business card. So when you hit follow to any of these people, they're just seeing your name pop up, right? If they see your name pop up, they're gonna be like, who is this person? Why are they following me? Whatever. And they're gonna see that you guys like the same page. So you do have something in common, and then they're gonna go to your page, and you guys know how that works. So then they see everything about that, about you, through that simple act of just clicking follow. Let's see. Don't look at the followers page before you follow them. So this isn't, like I said, it's not about the emotion, or if they have kids, if they have dogs, whatever. It is just the numbers game. So you don't have to go into every person's page to see what they're like. It's just the button clicking, okay? Okay, number 4. You're going to go and leave 10 compliments onto your followers' posts, any of them. Whether they're strangers or their current followers, friends, family, whatever they are. Leave like a real sentence though, right? And make sure it's a compliment.
Oh
Everyone
my
does
God.
compliment. You're not going to be, oh boy, what was that? You're not going to be considered like creepy or salesy if you're going on there and being like, oh my goodness, your dog is just so cute. I have 2 Rottweilers, whatever. So it's just a simple compliment. It's not something that has to be health and fitness related or anything. Just compliment them. just start that, you know, interaction on that page, that engagement. That's what you're looking for with networking. So only 10, they can be anybody, even if it's just the 100 people you just followed, right? All those new people who are strangers, not only will they get the notification that you just followed them, but then they'll see that you're complimenting them on one of their posts. So they're getting multiple notifications from you within a 5 to 10 minute time. And so it's gonna make them curious. It's gonna be like, you know, who is this person? Why are they on my page? And then again, that's when it all starts from there. Gets you that exposure. You're leaving your business card just by doing those simple things. Okay. Number 5. So this one is leave 10 interactions. So this is going to somebody's page, liking 5 pictures, comment and or direct message. So this is a little more in-depth when it comes to doing the interaction part, but you're looking for them to actually respond back to you this time. So leave with a question or, you know, something like that. But the 5 likes gets them again to be like, okay, who is this person? Because they are getting at least 6 notifications from you with the 5 likes plus the comment and or direct message. This one you can do like with your current followers, because if you've been following them for a while, then it's not like you're just jumping the gun and trying to ask them questions and all that stuff. So try to do this one with your current followers and not so much the strangers that you just recently started following. Number 6, you are going to like 25 photos. So there's 2 ways you can do this. First way you could do it is you just go into your personal feed and you just start scrolling and liking 25 pictures, right? You could easily go and like the first 25. But another thing that she said you could do, which I didn't know, so if you're not on your phone, if you go into your Instagram app and you go to the bottom, and there's that little heart down there, if you hit the heart, it'll bring back like who liked your photos and who commented and who followed you and all that stuff. Scroll to the very bottom of that list, and it's gonna say like, click here for more suggestions. And if you click there, Instagram actually gives you suggestions on people they think that you would like to follow. So you can go to the suggestions list and find people that you already have things in common with based on what Instagram has seen them post and what it sees you post. So that's a really, really great tool. So if you want to just easily get these 25 likes done that way, you're getting more exposure to new people that way too. So instead of doing on your current feed, do it with the new suggestions list and you'll get brand new exposure from those people. So 25 likes. And if you have noticed, guys, these things aren't hard to do, right? Like what we're doing, it's not taking a whole lot of time. It's just a click of the button. And that's why like it's called a power hour, but she was saying that like they could do it in 30 to 40 minutes depending on, you know, what their how much they've already done that day or what their goals are, that kind of thing. So it's not really that difficult to follow this. Okay, number 7. She recommends to begin bookmarking. Do you guys know how to bookmark on Instagram? Right, so there's just, if you go to somebody's post, there's that little tiny like tag looking thing on the right side of their post. If you click that, it bookmarks it for you and you can actually make folders in your Instagram using that little bookmark. So if you click it, it'll say add to collection and you can hit add to collection and you can actually save posts into like a PD folder or inspiration folder or knowledge, like value folder. And when you save those posts into there, it's great for when you're having like a really down day. So like today I was not feeling very motivational to anybody. So this is one of those days where I could have gone to this bookmark, go to my folder, find something inspirational so I can continue providing value to my followers without having to put a whole lot of thought into it. I can share instantly that post to my story and not have to really think about it, you know, or I could take something from what somebody else said and quote them in a post so that I'm still providing that inspiration, but I don't have to like mentally come up with the inspiration time. I'm looking at Melissa's things here. Exit out of Instagram, then go back in so your newsfeed has those people. Right, yes. So if you guys understand what she means there? So if you're looking for those new people to like those 25 pictures that I was talking about, you can actually exit out of your Instagram and come back and refresh your feed, and all the new people you just followed will be in your new feed. So then you can also have those pictures right there in your feed to like too. and reach out folder. You have a reach out folder. That's a great tip. I don't remember her saying that, but thank you. So yeah, you can have a reach out folder. So if you have somebody that is like giving you all these hints that they could use health and fitness, hey, bookmark that. You know what I mean? So anyways, start using bookmarking. Guys, work smarter, not harder. Okay? If you have this stuff ready to go, it will not feel like work all the time to have to come up with these amazing posts and all of these inspirational things, because nobody is motivated all the time. So this is a great way to be able to give value without having to like mentally do it yourself. Number 8. So tag a friend on your post. I love this one. I love this one, and I think it's because it's very value focused. This is not you guys like creating another post. It's more or less you tagging somebody in a post that reminds you of them. And her example was she thinks about the challengers that she has or the new coaches that she has, and she thinks about their stories and their whys and what they're working towards. And if she finds something or comes across something that she knows will inspire these new people, she tags them in it and sends it to them. And it's so nice, I'm sure you guys know too, that like when somebody else is thinking about you and sends you that motivation, sometimes that's really just what you need, right? Like at that moment, you just needed somebody to say like, hey, keep going. Like I'm still believing in you. You can do this. So every single time she does this, she tags a friend in one of these posts so that they can see something inspirational, and they know that she's still behind them. You know what I mean? So I love this. I think that, I would do like 3 to 5 people. I love tagging people and stuff. I love uplifting people and reminding people that like they're not alone. So I love this. Super easy to do. And what the reason for this one is, so Instagram loves when you use their tools, right? And a great way that you can find the post to tag a friend in is by going to that little magnifying glass at the bottom, the little search bar, and finding something through that tool that Instagram provides you to send to a friend or send to a client or send to a new coach to help inspire them. Because when they have that and they get that, the Instagram's like, oh, they are using our tools. We like when you use our tools. You know, they want us to use their stuff. So the more we use all these tools that they're providing us, the more they're going to show our post to other people. It's all about engaging, interaction. This is all about just networking, like technical Instagram stuff, crap that I don't like to deal with, right? So something as simple as tagging somebody will get you more engagement is pretty much what this means. That music, well, I don't know what to tell you about music. I have music, I don't know. Somebody has Kylie filter. I don't know if you have it or not, but I still don't have Kylie filter, so that's maybe worse than music. Okay. So I don't know where I'm at. Use this. Okay, so number 9. This time you're going to go into your recent followers and make sure you're following the last 5 that have followed you. So the people that are following you, they obviously find something valuable in your page, in what you're sharing, all that good stuff. So follow them back, okay? Show them a little love. That will, again, begin that connection because you guys obviously have something in common if they want to follow you. Oh, and the way you can find the last ones, if you don't want to go up to the followers thing, I guess she says you can go to the heart at the bottom and then you can scroll through that and it'll bring up who followed you and when. So those will be your most recent. But I know that if you go to the top, I'm pretty sure I just found this today. So if you go into your Instagram, I'm doing it as I'm talking to you, so that's why I'm not looking. If you go into your Instagram and go to your profile and hit followers, yeah, so your most recent will be right at the top of that list too. So there's 2 ways that you can go find those people. And find 5. So even if like you're already following a few, make sure you just keep kind of going down because you do want to have kind of an equal balance of that. What do you mean by crap pages? Like 3 followers and like brand new people. Like I would say use your best judgment. I mean, again, don't follow somebody whose name you can't pronounce or, you know, has no profile picture, some creepy man. I don't know. So just, use your best judgment. Like, yeah, no, don't follow them. Don't know who that is. But I'm telling you no. Okay. Sorry, iPad malfunction. Okay, there you go. But no, use your best judgment. Follow the people who you really think that like you'll have that connection with. And you know what's crazy about this is too, is a lot of you guys ask me, where's Sierra at? Oh, there she is. Okay. So a lot of you guys ask me, like, I always have an easy time finding other coaches, right? And that makes sense because finding other, I see you, finding other coaches is easy because, guys, we're all kind of the same. We're working towards being better. We're using a lot of the same hashtags because we are trying to be healthy and happy and, spreading love and all that good stuff. And so you're going to find coaches, but remember that, come back. Remember that you can still be on this journey together, like as Beachbody coaches. So just because like we're all going kind of towards the same goal, we want to help people, right? And it's totally okay for you to follow other Beachbody coaches that are working towards the same thing. You will get interaction and you know that you will get like inspired and value from them watching your posts. That doesn't mean you need to always follow coaches, but if you really find somebody that like you are getting a lot from, then follow them. Like, don't just not follow them. Because again, we're all going towards the same goal. So we're working together to get there. I don't care how we get there, right? Our goal is to help as many people get healthy as we can. So, but yeah, she just said that like Beachbody coaches can journey together. So give and take, right? Make sure that you have that, you're really getting something from them, because your news feed, guys, that you see in Instagram and Facebook, but Facebook's harder, but in Instagram, make sure that it's like really speaking to you. Make sure that it's stuff that's really just pushing you forward, okay? You don't want to have people in your timeline that like you have no idea who they are, you have no idea who their kids are, you have like whatever, you just see these posts. Like, you're gonna have those people, but remember that like you wanna have people on there that they're providing you some kind of value back. Those are the people you want to surround yourself with. So be picky when it comes to making the connection, not networking, making the connection there, okay? Beachbody coaches are okay. Oh, and she also said this, which I love too. So when you are, let me see how I want to say this. So when you are finding new people, like in your network, and maybe they've been following you for a long time, maybe you're kind of like distant friends, maybe you're a friend of a friend of a friend. Like, that's kind of how I always use Jamie, but it just is the way it is. It's how Jamie and I started. Like, we were like a friend of a friend. We ended up being like sat at the same table together at a mutual friend's wedding. Like, that's how I met her, okay? So like, we didn't really have a connection in the beginning. And when you have people like that in your following, you need to think about like, you don't know what a like or a comment or a positive, inspirational, personal message can mean to somebody who's following you, okay? It's one thing when somebody reaches out to you for help, but when you're the person that reaches to them and says, hey, how's it going? Like, your family looks like your family's having a great time on vacation, whatever, and you're making that effort, like, you have no idea how it's going to affect them. And I know, like, I saw like Jessica Jaharis at Summit, and it was like, the end all be all for me, right? And she commented on the post that I had, and like literally like made me tear up. And she's like, I'm just a person, Michael, like, I'm just another person like you. But that effect that it had on me was like life-changing, right? Like, she saw me and she was encouraging me, and she's somebody I look up to. So your followers, they probably look up to you, guys. They're looking at your page and they're seeing your happiness and your value and the positivity that you're bringing every single day. You have no idea what one comment can do for their life. No idea. So when you are going through these and you're making these comments and compliments and stuff, just like remember that it really could change somebody's life. Literally, that's what we do. It is one comment that can change everything. So make sure that when you're following these people that you just kind of remember that. I think it's easy to forget that we can have that effect on people even though we're not like in the $1 million club. We absolutely can have that effect on people. And you do. You have that effect on people. Jamie just had that effect on me today. I don't know if you guys saw my post yet, but like she sent me a headband, like randomly sent me a headband, and I was having the worst day ever. And I get this headband in the mail, and it's like, okay, like somebody out there loves me. Because like that's just, you need somebody that'll say one thing or do one little small thing, and it will change your entire night. I didn't want to get on the call, guys. I was done today. It's hard being here. I'm alone and bored, and I'm just, there it is. I don't know. I can feel myself getting more and more sad. Okay. So I need you guys. I'm going to get all emotional, but I do. Like, I actually need you. And without me having my coach like give me this opportunity, and without me posting about my results or talking to you guys individually or whatever, I wouldn't have this. Like, you guys would not be here. I need you. I need you. You're all I have. So that one comment can change everything. One comment can change everything. Okay. Number 10. Respond to people who've answered your poll that you made earlier in the list. So you made this poll. What you're going to do now is you're going to go into your stories, and you're going to click on the one with the poll. You can swipe up, and it'll give you the results right there. And right from there, it gives you that little like paper airplane thing to the right. And you can directly message them from the poll. So then they know that, like, they kind of give you that open door to be like, oh, like I did a poll yesterday. Like, I don't put my laundry away the same day that I fold it. I just don't, ever. So like, you know, I can message those people and be like, hey, you're totally my tribe because I let my laundry sit in the basket for days, right? That's all you have to say. It's just starting that engagement with people. And when they click that button, they're already engaging with you. So it's not like awkward to just respond to an engagement. It's not. It's just what you do. It's just conversation. Now, if I would go to that person that responded about my laundry and say, hey, you want to get healthy? You want to lose weight? Okay, now that's weird. All right, don't be weird. Just like be normal. Okay, have a conversation with somebody and know that the conversation will eventually get to an invite once the connection is made. Okay, you're not there to just strictly invite this person. You are there to start the engagement and get people on your page. During the poll. Okay, so if your poll is about real questions, so if it's like about your new group that's coming up and they did respond and be like, hey, I want more information, don't hem-haw and be like, hey girl, how's it going? How's vacation? How's your dog? Whatever. No, they answered a poll directly related to health and fitness. So this is your opportunity to be like, hey, I see that you're interested in this new group coming up. It starts on this date. Tell me about where you're at right now. Let them tell you their story, okay? Give them the floor and be like, catch me up. What has gotten you to where you are today and how can I help you? And they will tell you exactly what's happened. They'll be like, oh, I did these diet pills, or I tried this, or I tried that, or I'm so, you know, depressed, or whatever it is. Most people who reach out in a poll like that, they're ready to make the change, okay? They're ready to talk to you about it. And a lot of times they're your people. So you probably have gone through the same things that they have, so you can relate to them. So let them tell you the stories, ask them questions so that they start engaging with you. Okay. And yeah, what she said that she uses is, tell me what your story is. That's like what she says to everybody. So it's really an open question, and they can take you to wherever they need to go from there. And then, you know, the best way to talk to people, guys, I think, is listening more. I think we all need to just listen more, see where they're coming from, and ask them questions. And then those questions that you're asking them will provide the invite opportunity. You don't have to force this stuff on these people. It should never be forced, salesy, or anything like that. They're coming to you because you are a professional in the health and coach business. right? That's what we all are. Whether you feel like it in, you know, your sweatshirt sitting here tonight or whatever or not, you are. You know more about these products than the person asking you does. And if you don't know, you ask somebody who does, right? Just like you do in anything. So to them, you are a professional and that's what they're coming to you for. So give them the information, but the invite will come easily. Okay, don't force it. When it comes to it, you'll be like, okay, this is what I have for you. This is how I did it. This is what will work. This is your solution to the problems that you're presenting me with. This is how the tools will help you. And okay, so last step, number 11, turn off your phones for 20 to 30 minutes after you do this. That's it, turn them off. I love this too, because it's very easy to be like, okay, I just sat for 45 minutes and I did all this stuff. Where are all my followers? Give it time. Give it 20 to 30 minutes. Go back on, and if you guys see in that tracker that I shared with you, you'll see that there's like a second column where you can check mark what you got. So if you got new followers, check mark. If you have new conversations starting, check mark. That's when you go through and you can check mark and see where you're at and all that. I think that's it. Check it off, check it off, check it off. Okay, and what's nice, I think, about all of this that like I'm explaining to you, is these instant results that you're getting from the 45 minutes of work or whatever it is, it actually will propel you forward because you're seeing immediate results, whether it's somebody replying to your comment or liking your posts or following you. You're immediately getting results from this power hour. So it's really easy to continue with because you instantly see results. I just did this today, and I didn't do 100 people, which I probably should have. I didn't do 100 people, but I have 10 new followers, and that's a lot, right? That's a lot in a day. So 10 new followers, they're all pretty much moms that run because that's what I'm doing right now. So, but they're all following me, and I'm following them because we have that in common right now. So when you use this stuff, it will get you a following. So, anybody have any questions about any of this? No? Okay. The last thing that she said that I do want to just share with you, she kind of got off topic on her call, and she was talking about ghosting and when you get ghosted from somebody. So if you ask somebody, you know, or you send them a link and they like never respond to you, right? What do you do? And she says that her first step is she takes responsibility for that action. So if nobody responds, like if she doesn't respond back, then she's like, hey, I am so sorry. Life just got the best of me. But where did we leave off? Tell me where we're at. So she takes that responsibility for the conversation ending. And a lot of times it like gets that awkwardness of the conversation out. And they'll be like, oh, well, you sent me the link and I saw it. It's just a little more expensive than I expected. And then you can have a conversation with this person and be like, okay, let's talk about some other options that we have for you. So when somebody does ghost you, I just wanted to tell you guys that I thought it was a great tip to just be like, what? Take the responsibility, say that it was your fault, you got busy, whatever, even though it was totally their fault, because, right, you can see that they read it, you can see their little bubble pop up, but take the responsibility, make it not awkward, and move forward, right? And sometimes if they're moms or whatever, they really did just see it and then get so busy that they forgot. So don't count that out either. Anything else? What are you guys thinking about this? You can unmute yourself, chat, or whatever you guys want to do. But what are your thoughts on this kind of a power hour?
I definitely think that it's worth a try. I mean, I've got nobody right now.
Right, you just started, right?
I signed up Carl as a coach.
Woo, Carl.
And he's doing better than me because he's talking about it at work. And I talk about it at work like before now, but he's like, try this, here. And I'm like,
he is sending out share cards. You better be posting in our share card thing in our page.
oh,
Yeah. Because that's technically you. Because the two that I posted have been under Ray. I'm not at SC yet, which a whole other issue. But I've been putting sales under him to get my volume. So that still counts. That's still a sale. It's still a share cart. So put your little GIF under there and celebrate. Anybody else? Questions? Anything to say? Like it? Yay, nay? I need to do this Sierra, what do you mean you need to do it differently? You need to do the network thing differently, or just coaching differently? What do you mean?
I think you can hear me, but you can't see me, and I don't know how to make there. Hold on.
Okay.
Hello. You guys are gonna laugh at me, but anyway, I need to like find people differently because the way I've been trying to find people has not been effective at all.
Did you hear what I said about step 3 about what page or person do you follow consistently?
Yeah.
Yeah, maybe try that because it's already guaranteeing you have something in common.
Right. And that's why I was like, oh, so I can like, hello, you can't eat my pizza. She's trying to reach over the laptop. But to find other people who are like into crystals and all of that stuff, I think like that's like my tribe of people. But the ones that I always find are the people who are like selling them or are already like that. Hold on.
So what I
was
would do if you find here's maybe a way. If you go to, can you hear me?
Yes.
Okay.